What are we doing today? We're doing about a 4-pound pork loin that I've kind of scored it so that hopefully this fat will drip in there, help season it. And I'm going to rub it with Wild Oak Spice Company, something I picked up at a crafts fair. You know what? If anybody is interested, there's a website you can look up if you want some information. This stuff is it's kind of seasonal. I think that it smells like it's something Christmassy, but it also smells like it's going to be good on pork. So that's what's going to happen is that's going to get this, and that was way too much. Wow, one-handed, not good. That's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this, getting ready to get it on the smoker, and we'll pick up from there. The cooker's up to temperature. That's seasoned nice and even all the way around. And I'm using, well, this cooker has something called Smoke Boost, which should keep the temperature between 180 and 205, 210. Kind of fluctuates, but it'll give it more smoke with a lower temperature. So we're going with that for now. We'll see how long I leave it there. But until I change it, it's going to be running probably 200-ish. We'll check in on it after a little while. While I'm thinking about it, I was showing something to a guy at work, and he says, "Well, you've got a lot of thermometers and probes." It's something I've been meaning to go over, make a little video on. These guys are great. I haven't found anything better for rotisserie. They're the meter probes, and I've been wanting to do a video on them and talk about how great they are, but they can't seem to work long enough. And I got the block. That thing there I got it about four something. It was over $400, and it's so buggy. When it works right, it's doing wonderful, but it's so buggy that, you know, I can't even hardly make a video on it because I'm getting disconnection errors, and it's not reading correctly, and it's not connecting to the probes, or it's not connecting to Wi-Fi. The concept is great, and when it's working, it's worth it. When it's not working, is way too often. Speaking of not working, it's been 5 minutes and I'm getting other errors, and there's a damn can rolling around. So yeah, why so many wires and probes? Because the ones that I would love to love aren't reliable enough, and that's why there's always some kind of other probe and wire going on my cooks. I understand Meter came out with something else that fixes these problems and has higher temperature ratings. Well, I sure hope it fixed it, because that's a lot of damn money for... Hey Meter, are you listening? Why don't you send me one of your new ones? Maybe I can make a video that's not talking about how terrible this is when it could be great. Also later on, it's going to be corn. We're going to be cooking that on one of the cookers when the time comes. So I'm sure you've seen it 100 times before. You've seen people soak corn. It's a really easy way to do it. I like to soak it for about an hour. Throw it in an ice chest or bucket, whatever you've got. Fill it up with water, let it soak for about an hour, and then cook it directly in the husk. Oh, I'm curious. It's been about 1 hour, and I want to have a peek. Ooh, that looks nice. Oh, and I just got a bunch of smoke in the eyes and right down my throat. That looks nice. That is not adjusted correctly. That's a little better. In there, I have water, just keeping things moist. Usually I use apple juice. Today, I'm out. Water works just fine. Oh, that looks good. What are we? We're 119 and 120 internal temperature on that. And it's been going at about 200 degrees in the cooker for an hour. So we're doing pretty good. This really won't take long. I think this whole cook started at 1:30. It's about 2:30 now. We're 2, maybe 3 hours. I don't think we'll get to 3. This is going to be a 2-hour cook. Well, we'll see. We'll find out when it's done. Okay, let's take a peek and get an update. That's looking really good. It's been about 45 minutes since I opened the hood on this last But the thing is, we're up to about 1:30 now. I think it was 1:19 40 minutes ago. And I'm trying to have stuff ready about 4 o'clock, so that gives me, well, about 45 minutes to go before things need to get ready. So I think what I'm going to do is pull this water pan out of here, turn the temperature up on the cooker, and since I've got all this grill space, I'm going to throw, instead of starting another cooker, I'll turn the temperature up here, stop trying to smoke this. It's taking all the smoke it's going to take. So now I just have to bring it up to temperature, and I've got a lot of cooking space, so I can get the corn in here and not have to light another cooker, and I can finish everything up that way. So we'll go from that to seeing where we are in a little bit. There we go, the corn is on, and I sprayed the tenderloin one more time. But you know, I was thinking this corn has been soaking for over an hour now, so an added benefit is the cooker I'm going to set to 300. An added benefit is it's going to keep this pork loin really moist as this corn cooks after soaking in water for so long. I've never used the smoker for cooking corn because usually it's kind of a waste of pellets, but since it's already warm and I've got to finish this, I just decided to go ahead and throw it on there. I've got the space, so I think that's going to be an added benefit, keeping that pork loin really moist. So hopefully in about 45 minutes we'll be up to temperature on everything. We'll check in about 45 minutes and find out. Okay, well, I sat down for a second and I started getting temperature alerts. I'm getting probe 1 and probe 2, which is, let's see, that one and this one, because the meter probes, well, that's been garbage, and the cloud was offline, and then I go to meter and it's online, and God, their software. Anyway, that's a different story. So yeah, I got temperature alerts, so now I need to, oh, my temperature, I had an alert set for 145, so 53, 55, 60, 47, 46, 42, 41, 47. Oh, you know what? While I'm doing that, I guess I should show you what I'm doing. You need a good instant read thermometer if you're going to barbecue. This one's a luxury. It's kind of the Cadillac. It's the Thermopen. They're expensive, but I splurged, got myself a present. But if you're going to barbecue, you need a good instant read thermometer. If you don't have one, get one. Oh, and you know what? I was talking about putting corn on here. It's kind of pointless, a waste of fuel. When it's in the husk, I don't know if I mentioned it, but when it's in the husk, pellets aren't the most efficient way to cook. It's kind of a waste of pellets. You're going to get the same temperature off of propane or whatever else you're going to cook them on. Charcoal if you want to go that route. But the thing is, in a smoker, they're in the husk, so you're not really gaining anything if it's in the husk. I have done corn, you know, peeled it and done it on the smoker, and you get a little something that way. But when it's in the husk, it's just kind of an inefficient way to do it, because pellets, it's kind of a waste of pellets. So with that thought out, I'm going to go ahead and pull this, and let's see, how's the corn doing? The corn is not nearly ready. Yep, corn is, I should have threw that in an hour ago. Oh well. Since it's all in there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this cooker up to, instead of 300, I'm going to take it up to 400. That way the corn can finish while the pork loin rests, and then everybody can eat and be happy. So until next time, or until, well, you know what? Yeah, I'll check back with you in the corn. Okay, the pork loin is off and resting and looking really good. Very juicy. I can see the juices coming out when I probed it. I thought about moving this to the propane cooker just to get it done, but then I thought it's hot and I don't feel like messing with it, and in about 5 minutes I can have this set to a different temperature. It was 300, I've changed it to 450. It'll get there in about 5 minutes. The temperature on this cooker, it gets up and down to temperature very quickly. It's efficient that way. Actually, I have the ability to go to 600 across the whole surface on this cooker, which is very nice. If you actually go through some of my other videos, you'll see where I've had like party wings covering this whole thing. But yeah, the corn, I turned everything up. It's at 450 now. I'm going to finish this corn because people are starting to arrive. I'm getting messages and I need to get it done. So that's where we're at. I may not make another clip after this. I've been doing this at clips, obviously. I may not make another one, so a final thought. You know, leave me a comment or two. Tell me what you think about this. And how about just give me another idea? If there's something that you would like to see me do, leave me a comment. And maybe I can get to it and do that. So, that's it. Until next time. Here's a quick peek. It looks and smells wonderful. Now you get out and do it.